Hello Stampers, and welcome to Laura's Stamp Pad. Today I just wanted to show you how absolutely fabulous the Lots of Lavender Celebration stamp set is. You guys all know I love my flowers, but this stamp set is super fabulous. So not only is it one of the stamp sets that you can earn for free, which is just even better. I mean, flower stamp sets for free is just the best way to go. But this stamp set actually has lots of different ways that you can use it. So you can see that it's got this awesome image, and then you can stamp this watercolor wash sort of look for each of the little pieces to then fill it in. And so those pieces are awesome because then you can add some nice color to your project, but also these outline images are great so that you can use them for coloring. So I just wanted to show you two samples that I did. This one uses the Stampin' Blends, and I colored that one in. So you can see it's got that fabulous multicolored look, a little bit more solid, a little bit more defined, and of course any color. And then this one has those two little side panels, which I think are just so amazing to border a greeting like that. Like to do top and bottom of a card or the four corners or something like this is just, oh, I just think it's so absolutely fabulous. And then this one I actually used the images in the stamp set to stamp it. So I just wanted to go over both of those real quick. Let's set this one aside and I will show you this one. So I just went ahead and stamped that in Memento Black, and then I used my Stampin' Blends. So I actually used Rich Raspberry for my main color, and actually on this one I kind of just colored every other one with the purple. Then I used Old Olive for all of the greenery, and I will say for some of the greenery what I did is I actually just did like right down the center of the flower or of the leaf. I added the dark color and then I just filled in with the light. So I really didn't go like super blendy with it. I just kind of added a little bit of dark in spots and then a little bit of light in other spots. I didn't do, you know, any major blending. I will say with this, you definitely want to keep all of your colors out and just color as you see and go along, because when I first looked at it I thought, I don't know what's a leaf and what's a flower. So I sort of just started coloring and then sort of filled in. This one I did decide I think I'm going to use the Daffodil Delight for the bow rather than actually using Bermuda Bay like I did in the sample. I just thought I would mix it up a little bit. And actually for the bow, I did it all in the dark. I didn't actually do any sort of shading. You could always do shading, especially with the loops of the bow, where it's got that like inner and outer look, but I'm just gonna go all of it in the Daffodil Delight. And then with the petals, I actually just kind of started and did like this one dark, that one dark, this one dark, that one dark, this one dark. Went back in with the light, filled in, went back to the dark, filled in, went back to the light, and just kind of mixed and matched those. Of course, I also layered this onto Old Olive cardstock, and then this background piece here is actually some Rich Raspberry, and I used the new Petal Pear Texture Impressions embossing folder for that nice little edge there. So a little bit of texture and everything, and then some of that thin organza ribbon. I did make a boo-boo on this card where I had a little bit of ink. I think it was down here. So I added these little enamel shapes just for a little bling on the card, a little texture, and a little boo-boo fixer. So you can always add those or not, depending on if you need to fix a boo-boo or if you like a little extra bling on your project. So now, for the other one, we have this card here. So for this one, I actually used the Lots of Labels, and I went ahead and I stamped my two flowers on either end. Now on this one, I went ahead and used the stamps. I will say that there is a different greenery piece for both ends. So you'll see that there's this one here and this one here, and that's for the left side and the right side. And then the dots go for both sides, and then the flower is for the middle. So I used Calypso Coral. Of course, you guys are all making me nervous here doing it on camera. So let's hope I can get it together. Look, and there it goes. The other awesome thing is this flower does not line up perfectly. It just doesn't. It's a little bit smaller in some spots and a little bit wider in other spots for that watercolor look. So that's awesome because you don't have to worry if you're a little bit off, because you are going to be off. And that is not that one. So it is this side. So there is one of the petals, and then the other petal is, or the other leaves are this one. And then the two little dots I just did in Calypso Coral just to sort of streamline and keep the same color combination throughout my card. These images are also textured images, so they do kind of have that like light dark pattern all over, so they're not going to look super solid and perfect on your project, so that's okay. And if you're off a little bit, that's okay too. It's sort of that like watercolor look, but super cute. Like I said, great for any sort of greeting in the middle. And let me tell you, I am in love with this greeting. Some things are just meant to be, like the two of you together. Like, that just warms my heart. I love it. I think I'll be making tons of anniversary cards for that. And that actually came from the Petal palette stamp set. So this one has lots of greetings and then also lots of floral images and things like that, and little like eclectic images in it. So I stamped that in the middle. The other thing I wanted to show you real quick is how I did this ribbon on the background, which I used some of the Calypso Coral shimmer ribbon. So what I did is I just started with a tail on one end. Let's go ahead and just move that out of the way. And I secured it with Stampin Dimensionals. You guys all know how much I love my Stampin Dimensionals. So then I created a loop on the other end and secured it with a dimensional. And just kept going along until I got all the way back to the other side. And so there you have that little zigzag. Now me, again, I'm an overuser of dimensionals and I want a nice, even, smooth look. So I'm probably going to add two more to the middle. If you feel like one is popping up, you can always, you know, secure it down like that or something to get that little ribbon loop. And then, of course, you have that fabulous look. Good luck, Laura, stamping the greeting now in the middle, because I just did that. I probably should have stamped the greeting first, but that's okay. That's a great visual for you guys to see, and then you'll be able to do those little loops on your project. So I hope you love the Lots of Lavender stamp set from the Celebration brochure as much as I do. Super fun. You can either go bold and color, or you can always just fill in with the stamps available. Be sure to give this a thumbs up if you liked it. Check out my blog, laurastamppad.com, for all the dimensions and details of both of these cards, as well as other things from the Celebration brochure and the Occasions mini catalog. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new so you don't miss out on future videos, and I will see you guys all next time. Happy stamping. Bye-bye.